Alright, looks like I am live. Had a few technical issues before, so we're back online. Anyway, that's probably an indication generally how my Monday's going, so I hope you're having a better start to the week than I am. Anyway, I thought I'd do a quick vlog today on the importance of breathwork. So I guess the first thing is that, did you know that most athletes and top performers regularly practice breathing techniques or breathwork? And if you're not sure what breathwork is, look, in its bare basics, it's probably any type of conscious or systematic technique that's applied to breathing. And it's usually done to alter our physical or mental state, right? And as such, it's usually done to enhance our physical, mental, or spiritual well-being, or performance overall, right? And look, there's many different forms of breath work. You might have heard of Wim Hof, or the Wim Hof style, which is quite popular. And that's a very active way of doing breath work, and it's meant to kind of activate your systems and get you energized and so on. And then there's basically a whole bunch of other things that sit on the spectrum, I guess, if you want to describe it that. And, I guess for, the very active Wim Hof style, you've then got something as simple as just simply drawing awareness to our breath, and something that you might do through a mindfulness or meditation activity, right? There's one that I like to do called the 4x4x4, so not quite box breathing, which is 4x4x4x4, if that's enough fours. And basically I've got like a little timer. So when I get to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is generally when I have the most amount of my cortisol running high and my brain's going everywhere, or I'm feeling a bit foggy and a bit lethargic, I've got basically a little alarm on my phone, and I just take a minute to go through the 4x4 exercise. And so essentially you can basically kind of calm your central nervous system down, or gain that little bit of clarity, a bit of mindfulness, and just lift that brain fog within 60 seconds. So if you're finding yourself really struggling this Monday, or feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or just need a boost to get through the rest of the day, or to refocus, then yeah, try this exercise for 3 rounds, which is essentially to breathe in for a count of 4. So you can do it now if you like. So breathe in on 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 4. Now you should count backwards on this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then breathe out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try that again 2 more rounds. So breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Out. 3, 2, 1. Alright, you can keep going with that if you're still feeling you need a few more breaths just to center yourself. But yeah, let me know if you did that exercise and how you felt after doing that in the comments. And the reason I bring that up, by the way, is on Friday the 2nd of September, I'm dropping the next episode of the AKA Fitness Connect. And in this episode, we talk to Master Breathwork coach Nicholas D. Costello, who also is the founder of the Australian Breathwork College or Institute. I don't know which one of those. But he's been doing breathwork for 30 years, even before it became popular. He actually started off as an architect and actually changed fields, so that's an interesting story in itself, which we do go into. He's also talks about his own personal fitness journey, which results in him basically still being a race-winning runner in his 60s, so full of vitality, and has been running for quite some time. And he talks about, obviously, his work with breathwork, but also some of the work he does as well in terms of really focusing in on men's mental, physical and spiritual, and also their social and relational well-being and health. So whilst he has some other things that he's in there as well, he really has these workshops as well that really focuses on men's health, which I think is really important and kind of overlooked as well. And it goes beyond just sporting and more just around general kind of being in your man space, I guess is another way to say it. So yeah, so some really interesting stuff there. So we'll also go through a breathwork exercise in that, and obviously Nicholas is much better at taking you through a guided breathwork session than I am, so he'll actually do a bit of an example of a quick core hearing breathwork, and he'll go through and explain what that means as well. So I guess if you're looking for a bit of motivation or inspiration or just want to feel good, then I highly recommend that you save the date in your calendar to catch this episode when it drops. Anyway, I hope you found that useful, and looking forward to hearing from you soon. If you do breathwork, can't speak now. If you do breathwork as well, or any kind of meditation stuff, feel free to let us know in the comments around how you started and what you like about it, and how regularly you practice it as well. Awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day.